guys, this is Aisha. I hope everyone is doing good, and let's talk about something that might not be as glam as a makeup tutorial or makeup transition, but that might affect your beauty regime and the money in your wallet. What it could be. That's a Trump tariff that's going to affect the beauty industry hard, especially in the US. And before you are like, oh, politics, I'm not interested, stick with me because I'm going to tell you how it's going to affect your skincare, your makeup bag, and the holy grail serum from Korea. So let's get started without further ado. So let's start with the basics. The beauty industry is massive. Globally, it's worth around $400 billion and is expected to reach around $600 to $800 billion by 2028. And then we have the US, the beauty obsessed country on the planet, with over $100 billion in revenue in 2023 alone. So, skincare, fragrances, makeup, luxury goods, or drugstore. Americans love it all. And you won't believe it that a huge chunk of it is imported from countries like South Korea. Yes, the K beauty, France, Italy, China, and Japan, India. I didn't know that. And if you're wondering that, what are even tariffs? So tariff is basically an import tax, a tax on imported goods. So for example, if your serum from Korea or your favorite lipstick from Italia costs $100, now with 10% import tax on it, it's gonna cost 110. So your favorite product is gonna get more expensive, and you're gonna pay more for it. Because the Trump tariffs are going to hit the global beauty brand harder, so let's break it down country by country. So first up, we have the K Beauty, the beauty brand from South Korea. Beauty brands like Cosrx, Innisfree, Heimish, they're very popular because of the affordable products and of good quality products like rice masks, nail mucin. Anyone? I'm sure everyone has tried that, but unfortunately it's going to get more expensive after the tariff, and masses are going to feel it much more, and in the worst case scenario they might vanish from the US markets altogether because it's going to get more competitive. And then we have J Beauty. Wondering what it is? It's the beauty products from Japan. So beauty brands like Shiseido, Tasha, they are already the luxury brands. So after the tariff, they're gonna get pricey, but because it's like directed towards more wealthier people, so they might not flinch paying something extra. But for ordinary mortals, oh wow, 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 I can feel the pain. And then we have the French beauty products, brands like Lancome, Chanel, Clarins, La Roche-Posay. So these brands will continue to operate in the US. Ask me why. Because they cater to a diverse bracket. And they make affordable products for the masses, luxury products like Chanel does, and also they have very wealthy, powerful parent companies at the back. So yes, they are going to be expensive, but they are going to operate in the US unless and until you find a US due for these products. And next, we have the Italiano beauty brands. Brands like Kiko, Giorgio Armani, and Gucci. So these are already adored by people all over the world, especially Americans, due to the high quality products and amazing pigments. But after the tariff, they're going to get more expensive, unfortunately. And one worst thing about their position in the American market is that they're already competing with American brands like Rio, Mac, Estee Lauder, and Bobbi Brown. So when these brands are going to get price advantage against the Italian brands, then the sales will drop. But if you are a lover of Italian boys, oh, I mean, Italian makeup, then you're gonna get them. I mean, you're not gonna buy these brands. That's what I meant. And then we have the Moroccan or Indian beauty brands that bring in ancient tradition skincare, especially with products like the Ayurvedic mask, Ayurvedic soaps. But these brands could really struggle after the US tariff. It's going to push them out of the US market. But because these brands actually cater to the niche market, the niche segment of the society, so they might still operate, but at a expensive price than before. So if you really love these and won't compromise, then you can literally get your hands on these products at the cost of ripping your wallet. By the way, how do you like this? Chica. Oh, I've sticked it with this thing. Next up is China, which gets hit the hardest by the Trump tariff. One hilarious aspect of this Trump tariff policy is that they have hit China with a 145% tariff. I mean, that's insane. China does a huge amount of business with US, and with 145% tariff, it means a lot of products, not just makeup, are going to be expensive in the US. So no more affordable products from Temu or Alibaba, AliExpress. And it's not just makeup. All the products related to makeup in the beauty industry, for example, beauty tools, LED masks, falsies, they're going to get expensive. And that's really sad. But one interesting thing I would like to share with you guys is that China has retaliated with the retaliatory tariffs, and now they are also exposing the luxury brands. For example, because they are made in China, brands like Hermes or LV, they are like manufactured at a fraction of a price in Chinese factories. So the Chinese manufacturers are like posting the videos on social media that you can get the products without the logo from us. So are you guys literally interested and thinking about it? Because I am literally thinking about getting my hands on these. Let's try. Who cares about the logo? Well, some people do, but I don't. And now let's talk about the winners and losers of the Trump tariff policy. And the number one loser is the consumer. Because you are hit the hardest. Most of the consumers won't be able to afford the imported products because it's going to be very expensive, especially the Chinese products. And even if you can afford it, then it's going to take a huge chunk of money from your wallet. That's bad. Number two is like the Chinese manufacturers who outsource to the US market because of the huge tariff on their products. There won't be much profit left, so some of them might not work in the US market. And number three is the small indie brands that uh, relies on imported packaging. So because of the packaging getting expensive, they might shut down. And at last, the influencers, people who are getting freebies from Korean, Italian, French brands, they might not get so anymore, because if the brand cannot sell it in the US market, then why it would send it to the US influencers? So yeah, bad news for you girls and guys. And now let's talk about the winners of the Trump tariff policy. So the number one winner are the US brands, the mainstream US brands like MAG, Elf, Drunk Elephant. They're gonna see an increase, huge increase in their sales after all the international brands are gonna get expensive. Number two, the small American brands that were like neglected by the US consumers before. So they're going to get noticed much more after like they have low competition, less competition from international Korean brands. And then the local production of beauty brands will increase, and more sustainable brands are going to come up. So yeah, it's going to create more employment. So it's going to be overall good for the US economy. So that's basically the plan of the Trump tariff as well. But one thing that they are missing is that a lot of products, even in the US brands, the ingredients, they are outsourced from other countries like China, Japan, and Europe. Because the ingredients are outsourced, so the American products are going to get expensive as well. So that's one thing that not going to work in favor for the American brands after the Trump tariff. And let's talk about the consumer dilemma. What should I do? So yeah, if you can stock up on your favorite imported products like makeup products and skincare, at least get 2 to 3 bottles of it. It's going to be worth it, literally. And number two, you should get a friend in South Korea, Japan, China, who can send you the product as gifts. Because on gifts, tariffs are not applied. I hope the Trump administration is not listening. And number three, look for alternative US products already. Try them if you can, or watch out for influencers who try these products. But again, it's better if you try it yourself because you know yourself better. So that's all you can do, unfortunately. So this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you have, don't forget to put a thumbs up to it and subscribe to my channel. Do let me know if you would continue to spend on the imported products after the Trump tariff, or you would rather see it as like this era as the US skincare era and would rather spend on US brands, especially the new brands that's going to pop up. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you want to know more, then go to my website, relax.com. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Mwah. Love you guys and ciao.